Hi there everyone, welcome back to my video YouTube channel, Living a Sustainable and Happy Lifestyle. This is now video 6. Now pretty much videos from now onwards are going to be little updates with previous videos which I've done, or something which comes to my mind about doing a video about. Now, we were talking about in the previous video about cooking. There is one other subject which I didn't cover on cooking, and that is a very, very efficient way, an energy efficient way of cooking, because you're using less water. And that is steaming. That is steaming our food. So that's another alternative for the cooking situation. Now, the other update was about the driving situation, about alternative forms of transport, as in driving. Pretty much, of course, everyone knows about it, electrical cars. So electric cars are pretty much the big thing at the moment, and pretty much all governments want to basically get everybody to go electric. But what we've got to think about is the environmental effects of getting the lithium and the lithium mining for the batteries which charge these electric cars. Now there's open cast mining, which is a barbaric form of scouring the landscape in our wild wildernesses around the world, and which is down in South America. But there's also the mining for lithium on the ocean bed, which I really, really do not agree with, because I think that is destroying our oceans as well. So we've got to think of some alternative forms of producing lithium within a factory circumstantial situation to produce lithium. So that's about, of course, the electric cars. But of course, with everything's always good to recycle. That's cars, car parts, whether they can be recycled or just basically reinvented, as in made more efficiently, the making the manufacturing side of it to actually make them more efficiently as well, and also to recycle batteries, which is going to be the next thing. So basically reconditioning batteries rather than recycling them and going through the whole rigmarole of producing and manufacturing them. So hopefully, there's ways of being able to recondition batteries and get them to working again, rather than having to recycle them and then remanufacture them. So that's on the car front with electric cars. Now the other one was with the central heating. Now there was one situation I didn't cover on central heating. I know that a lot of people have boilers which burn gas, which is pretty much producing exhaust fumes and polluting the atmosphere. There's also oil burner heating systems, which is also a really bad, environmentally unfriendly way of heating our houses. But there is the other one. Now, I know that I went through the other ones, such as solar, wind, heat, recovery systems, drilling boreholes into the ground. But you know what? There is this. There is the form of electric heaters, of course, being produced through solar power, but it's electric radiators which are actually plugged into the mains electrics. Sometimes they're plugged directly into the mains wiring rather than a plug going from the heater then into the electric supply. And that is, there are several companies out there who purely produce electric radiators, which are the size of an ordinary radiator, as big as you want or as small as you want. But rather than being heated up by a boiler, which is running on gas, it's heated up by electric. So they are purely electric heaters, but they're like a radiator which basically fits onto the side of the wall and goes straight into the mains wiring, or some if you want, can have a plug-in socket as well. So that's another alternative form of heating, which is the electric heaters. Now with the central heating, that is the central heating. Now we also got that situation about trying to get away from oil burners and gas burners and to heat the water. Well, there's a very, very old system which was used, and I'm sure it could be revamped to make it even more efficient. And that was going back maybe only 20 years ago, 30 years ago, maybe a bit more, that a lot of our hot water was heated in cylinders, which basically had a thermostat. And it was a separate water boiler heating system. And basically, like for not the central heating system, but for the hot water, it would be heated in a copper cylinder. It would have a thermostat at the bottom. It would heat the water, and there would be two levels. There would be an upper level and a lower level. The upper level would be just like for the heating up the whole pot container cylinder, or there would be the top level or the bottom level would be like a half the amount would be heated. So you can either heat the whole cylinder or only heat half the cylinder, depending on how much water you wanted at any particular time. And you can have this on a thermostat. And what you could do is have it on a full cylinder heat up if you were going to have a bath, but maybe only half the cylinder would be heated up if you wanted to just use the water for washing up or just having a hand wash, washing yourself by hand rather than having a bath or a shower. So this is the cylinder heating system, which basically is a copper cylinder which was heated by electricity. So that's also avoiding gas burning and oil burning. So that's an alternative as well. So we're just using electricity rather than burning gas and burning oil. And I think I'm trying to get through to the back of my mind and my memory to find out if there's anything else. And off the top of my mind, I don't think there is anything else I can put on this video. But pretty much, these are just added ideas of thinking about trying to be more sustainable and using less electricity, but also trying to eliminate not using gas and not using oil. And the next thing I'm going to do with my property is I am going to transfer from having a gas hob for the cooker, which is basically just the cooker on the hobs. I'm going to convert that into being electric heaters, electric cooking instead of gas cooking. Now my oven is not gas, so that's already electric. So that's going to be the next one I'm going to do. Anyway, pretty much I want to get to the end of this video. Sorry about that if I did waffle on a bit, but I'll try to, try and keep it short and sweet. But as I say, be positive, act positive, think positive, and speak positive, and just surround yourself with people who are good for you, and surround yourself by people who build you up. Okay, anyway, have a good day, and I will see you next week, and take care of yourselves and look after your loved ones. Okay, take care. And this is the end of video 6 for the living a sustainable and happy lifestyle. Take care. Bye.